Hello. This is March 25th, 2021. Going over my trades today. I traded three tickers: APOP, HWCC, and PRQR. Let's go over APOP first. APOP, I was handling my risk here more carefully because of the low float that it has. Essentially, if it hits pre-market resistance, I'll put a starter position. That's what I did. There's some fails at the open where I did start and just quickly exited out when it wasn't forming the way that I wanted it to see. You can see that it hit some resistance right here. Went over, I think it went over, oh, it actually went on the support lines. I didn't see that on that play, but I will be reminded of that. It's actually a good chart pattern. This is actually, as you can see, this pre-market support became resistance, and it was met at the whole dollar mark of 7. So these two things, people are going to be watching. Short sellers are going to be watching. Buyers will turn into sellers here. Um, Short sellers are going to be looking in to probably put a starter position or maybe not size in, but um, put a starter position with high conviction that they'll have, you know, decent size on it. Um, it broke down, had some support and resistance that's formed here. Re-entered with good amount of share. I think, sorry, not good amount of shares, but added more shares on here and actually got the break of it. Covered some. Added at the break of this, I think at the support line, and covered here and covered here. Overall, a good trade. I was able to catch this move. Very happy on and proud of that. Next trade will be HWCC. HWCC is, I believe, coming off of news that, yeah, they got a deal, or Houston Wire and to be acquired by Omni Cable for 91M. Um, Essentially, at the open, I had a starter position and then didn't see it move because it was basically consolidating or had there's lots of support at that line. Essentially, I just exited out of that stock and didn't touch it. It rose up for a bit, but I didn't have clear conviction of where I would want to trade it, so I just hopped out. PRQR. This was coming off of scans from that YouTube video that I watched. I was waiting for a possibly lower low, lower high, or an extended volume. Had some starter positions here, around here. Played around with it a bit. I think I got filled at this spot as well. Eventually covered out of the position and then re-entered at the spot. Uh, Re-entered at the spot because of resistance that's formed here, and essentially it was going over, I think, the standard deviation of 2 or 3, and it fluctuated a lot during these times on the L2. That's why I entered in and got the flush down, exited out on there, re-added on the position to possibly get to the downside move, and then basically stopped out for a loss for this position. Overall, it became a choppy stock to trade. I actually just sat on my hands and didn't trade this at all. Went for a jog, and yeah, good thing I did because you can see a lot of emotions, on this trade. Short sellers got, squeezed out. Uh, Buyers became hopeful. They bought, sold here, short squeezed again, sold, shorts. There's lots of, I would say, emotions on both sides, buyers and sellers. Maybe there's a potential play for this for tomorrow on Friday, but we'll have to see. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the trade review for this. See you guys next time. Hello. This is March 26, 2021. This is a trade review of today. Today I traded on, I think, four tickers: CLEU, FEDU, NEX, and PRQR. CLEU, let's go over that one first. This one has an idea on pre-market resistance. Strategy was on there. Um, Basically traded at this fail, I think, and then covered at the open as it became bullish. There was an uptrend going toward here. I actually entered into these pre-market support turning to resistance. Covered some into here and then traded um, in here too as a starter position. Um, got out. Luckily, I got it out because it halted up, um, and then it halted down after it got halted up. Sorry, after it resumed from the halt up, and then it halted down, entered into around this range, and then added into the price added into it, and then I think I exited out at a break-even price or something, and then re-entered at this basically resistance point, and then added into here, and then basically rode the stock down. Exited here and then exited here. I think what I could have done better is probably waited for this type of move. Made a lower low, lower high. Although in real time you kind of can't really predict that. But I went with my plan. The only thing you can control is your risk, so that's what I did do. But yeah, overall, I think it was a break even on that trade, or positive. Not too sure. Next will be Fedu. This one was a pretty decent trade. Entered after went for a parabolic move. I think this was in sympathy with the education stocks, the Chinese education stocks. Had a starter on here, basically exited out here, and then I think I entered again here for the downward move because I was playing around VWAP at this level. It didn't go as I wanted to, and then I just exited out. Or no, maybe I think I added, sorry. That didn't go as planned, and so I just exited out at these level because that's where I was wrong. And then I let this form out, and essentially the stock failed, and I was able to capture um, this move. I think what I could have done better is maybe start a starter position on this side, or mm, maybe recognize profit on this choppy movement. Yeah, I think I traded it pretty well. I was waiting for this type of move. Either it flushed down, makes a support and resistance, in which case I could either enter if I caught this move, or and then look to add on this support and resistance plays. Either way, I was pretty happy how I handled that. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. Next one is NEX, actually. Next, I traded it at the open, entered yeah, 2.28 at its stop of, I think, probably maybe 2.38. Didn't go there as I saw some, it was very low volume in the open, so I just exited out of the position at about probably, not that much of a profit, but it was still a profit, which was good. which I'm happy about. Um, let's go on to PRQR. PRQR had an idea that it will just fail right at the open because it was showing weak and was showing weakness at towards the pre-market towards open. So I had to start a position at the open and then basically rode it down and exited out. Um, added into this, added into some position to uh, uh, possibly catch this downward movement. But there was lots of support there. I think I saw there was lots of support there on level 2 as well. Um, yeah, it was a pretty good trade. Happy about how I trade this, how I controlled risk as well. Maybe I could have set up alerts too if I just browsed through the stocks again. I think you could see that there's an opportunity here to possibly, re-enter at these resistance levels as well as this one, and then, look to add at this type of um, move and then capture this and recognize some profits on here. Um, anyways, that's my trade review. Hope you guys like it. Yep, enjoy.